I see this, and I'm just like, hold on, guys. So we do know that when Elon Musk got with Trump, his stock price basically plummeted because the left looked at him like, oh, you're one of the bad guys, right? I thought you were good, green energy, et cetera, right? Absolutely. Um, but then, if you recall, like when he decided to just kind of step away from the federal government for a little while, right? Let's say for a little while, Trump was basically like, listen, I got you. I'm gonna help you out a little bit, or in some manner. Who knows, guys? Whatever it is, right here. I think that the only way for Elon Musk's Tesla stock to basically go right back up is for him to kind of separate, let's say, from Donald Trump. Period. Right. And what's a better way than for him to come out with some random nonsense, et cetera, et cetera. I'm the reason you got elected, all this other stuff, right? Let's say bravado. What if this is all a play, guys? Listen, Donald Trump is like the absolute man, when it comes to, catching taglines and headlines and things like that. He's really good at it. So what if this is all just a ploy to separate him actually from Trump, let's say? So the left kind of looks at him like, okay, maybe you weren't as bad as I thought. Let me go ahead and start buying some of your products back up. Because I was trying to wonder what exactly Trump could do based on the last couple of videos you guys sent me. What exactly could Trump do to help Elon Musk out for him helping, create Doge, et cetera, et cetera? It feels like this is the play, guys. Listen, politics is all showmanship. It's all that. I generally don't believe a single thing that comes out of the news at all. I look at this stuff like, okay, cool, until I research it, and I'm just like, okay, some of it makes sense, all right? But I generally don't take face value for a single thing that I see, period, in the news. Right? But let's go ahead and see where this takes us, guys. Let's see if there's anything else that I missed here during the story here. But either way, this is a suggestion via Discord. Let's do it, guys.
President Trump saying he is disappointed Musk has criticized the big, beautiful bill as Musk takes the fight to X.
And now it's getting personal. Fox News team coverage. Kim Strassel joins us in just moments.
But we begin with senior national correspondent Rich Edson. He's live from the White House for us. So, Rich, what an exciting day there. It looks like Musk has taken this fight to a whole new level.
Yeah, it's still ongoing thanks to the social media platform he's owned. Musk has been responding to the comments that President Trump just made a short while ago in there. At least for the visitor in person, the German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, he seems to so far have had a good visit. Trump even praised his communication skills, asking if his German was as good as his English. So they had the Oval Office session, lasted about 45 minutes between the two world leaders. They, and by they I mean largely President Trump, discussed trade, Ukraine, and the Biden administration. The president also criticized Elon Musk, who has strongly opposed the Republicans' big, beautiful bill. Trump says Musk only opposes it because Congress is cutting electric vehicle subsidies.
He never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next.
We'll see.
Well,
we'll see.
Musk was watching and responded, whatever. Keep the EV solar incentive.
Yeah, bro, this seems like high school drama, guys. I'm telling you. Like, the more I'm seeing this, kind of the more it looks like that's exactly kind of what's going on here. Yeah, the big, beautiful bill definitely, makes cuts specifically to EV. Absolutely. Are there other things inside of the big, beautiful bill that are absolutely terrible and fiscally irresponsible? Absolutely. And obviously, this is what Elon Musk is calling a mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. There are a couple of issues here. Again, there are some issues with it. Not everything is perfect. Obviously, some things need to be placed inside of things, let's say, so the other side will agree, but let's see.
End of cuts in the bill, even though no oil and gas subsidies are touched. Very unfair, but ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. In the entire history of civilization, there has never been legislation that both big and beautiful. Everyone knows this. Either you get a big and ugly bill or a slim and beautiful bill. Slim and beautiful is the way. He's still going on X. He says, without me, Elon says, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. I can't imagine that doesn't go replied to at some point now after the president.
I'm going to still say no on that,
now,
guys.
on to Ukraine in this meeting. On Ukraine, the president likened the war there.
Okay, guys, before we even switch the topic, I want to go ahead and comment on the last bit here. It's intriguing. Again, I don't think that Donald Trump needed Elon Musk that much, let's say, with winning. Let's just be real here. A lot of the candidates that Elon Musk basically had backed pretty recently, I'd say, have all, for the most part, lost. They're without disregarding a couple of the stragglers, let's say, but for the most part, they lost. Donald Trump does not really need you to come in and back him because he basically has an army behind him. That's the reality of the situation here.
The president meets with the chancellor. Now,
on to
Ukraine in this meeting. On Ukraine, the president likened the war there as two kids that sometimes need to fight it out, but then stressed he wants to stop the killing and says if Russia is out of line, you'll be amazed at how tough he can be. Mers noted that Ukraine is targeting Russian military positions while Russia is targeting Ukrainian civilians. A lot going on.
That's
John
true.
Sandra, back to
That
you.
is very true.
As always, Rich Edson, thank you. John?
All right, let's dig a little deeper on all of this. Kim Strassel is a Wall Street Journal opinion columnist and a Fox News contributor. I was going to start with foreign policy, but I think we have to start with personal relationships here. This is what set it all off, this back and forth now between Trump and Musk in the Oval Office. Listen here.
All right, let's get it.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate. I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
So after the president said that, Musk shot back. What are you talking about? Nobody ever told me about the bill. I had no idea what was in it. It was passed in the middle of the night. Nobody got a chance to look at it before it went through the voting procedure in the House. But, I mean, I was joking with Sandra. Whoever had on their bingo card that these two would split up? I think just about everybody.
I did immediately. Like when I heard Trump say legitimately, and guys, keep this in mind. I said this about a week ago. So go back and look at the last video, Trump oriented, let's say, and you'll immediately realize that I said that there was going to be some type of manufactured crisis. Okay, because that generally tends to happen here. How exactly is Trump going to help Elon Musk, raise his stock price? Because that's all that matters. And in the grand scheme of things, that's all that matters. And this fits into that specific scenario perfectly. It fits in perfectly, guys. Right? Oh, so now you're just miraculously, you guys are arguing now in public, right? So the other side that decided to leave and tank his stock price, can be like, you know what? He's one of the good guys. He doesn't like Trump now, neither. All right, let's go ahead and rally around his products. Let's stop protesting them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now his stock price goes back up. Everyone is fine because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is money, guys.
You know what? I actually did have it on my bingo card, John, or at least an upset like this, because the thing you got to know about Elon Musk is he is famous for speaking his mind. And look, that's why I think Trump is maybe incorrect about what has inspired him to do this. I would argue that he kept his peace while he was officially working still on Doge. And then when he was released from that, he felt more capable of being honest. But I get his frustration, too, by the way. I mean, he supported these Republicans in part because of their willingness on the campaign trail to say that they were going to roll back Joe Biden's spending blowout. He then devotes 5-6 months of his life to Doge and trying to cut waste and spending, and he was very clear that that's why he did it. He was very worried about America's financial picture. And then we have this Republican bill, and by the way, I am as happy as anyone that the tax provisions will stop a tax hike. But the spending cut provisions in it are really pathetic. He's saying something that's pretty obvious. Republicans have not really backed up their rhetoric. They're not doing much on the spending side, and that's what provoked him to come out and say this.
I should point out after Trump said, I'm very disappointed in Elon, I've helped Elon a lot.
Absolutely, guys.
Elon fired back in a reply to somebody else to say, without me, Trump would have lost the election.
That's just not
Dems
true.
would control the House and Republicans would be 51-49.
Now, Dems controlling the House, maybe, right? But Trump had lost? No.
In the Senate, and then he tagged that by saying such ingratitude. As Rich Edson was saying, I mean, you can count down from 10 for the Trump response to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that that's very accurate either, what Elon just put out. I think that Donald Trump, I mean, he certainly enjoyed the money, and I think that there was definitely a benefit to having that kind of a benefactor behind them as a money machine. But the fundamentals of this election went a lot deeper than just the cash flow. And if you want proof of that, look for the fact that Democrats still outspent Republicans by and large, and they still lost the election.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with
So where do you
Musk.
think this goes in the future now? I mean, if you take a look at Musk, he was beloved on the left. They loved him for his electric vehicles. Then he became a pariah of the left. Republicans began to embrace him, but I think that his popularity with Republicans pales in comparison to those of Donald Trump. So who's going to be the odd person out here, Musk or Trump?
Oh, it's Musk.
Well, look, I'd like to hope that Republicans...
Well, the odd man out specifically coming from the left? I mean, I still think that the left is absolutely going to like Elon Musk more than Trump, kind of no matter what, right? And the fact that this is happening super public, which it has to be, it has to happen public, because if this happened behind closed doors, then in no way will the left kind of rally back around him and the stock price will go up.
Person out here, Musk or Trump?
Well, look, I'd like to hope that Republicans decide to view this for what it is, which I would argue is it's pretty constructive criticism. I mean, put aside the green tax credits, and Musk is wrong on that. Like, if we're going to get rid of handouts and we're going to get rid of government waste, that should be included in the pot. But he's trying to say, look, you need to really make a bigger hit at spending cuts here. If they took that constructive advice, by the way, they'd come out of this with a better bill and be able to do more for the economy as well too. And then, because this relationship is good, look at all the ideas and the energy he brought to this Department of Government Efficiency project in Washington. This is the kind of fresh thinking the GOP can benefit from. He's got a big following. A lot of people are energized by it. I think that this would be a relationship both sides have a benefit to repairing at this point.
Well, the end of this bromance is going to be a messy one because they both have very big megaphones. Kimberly, thanks for...
That's valid, guys. I mean, I expect this to be everywhere, right? Because it has to be, right? But again, I'm not someone who's like, specifically extremely conspiratorial, but when it comes to the government, I take everything with a grain of salt. Specifically, I don't believe nothing that's said, ever. Like, I'm telling you, they can say it to your face, and unless I have like multiple sources, okay, I'm not going to believe it, bro. And it just is super coincidental that this is actually happening right now, right? Like, he leaves and then, to basically get to work back on his company so his stock price will rise. Okay. All right. And then this comes out. Okay. All right. Yeah. Publicly basically disrespecting Trump. The left likes that a lot, because they used to love him. They used to love him a lot. I mean, a lot. Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to put this together. I don't know how I can come up with this conclusion, guys. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But either way, listen, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.